there we go for our front post 2 high double crochet and our back post 2 high double crochet. It's different than what you learned because I invented this stitch myself. I didn't see anyone who crocheted this before, but maybe there's someone, but I didn't see it. I like this stitch very much because you crochet one time a stitch and it's this big, because then your crochet work is hurrying up when you are crocheting. So that's why I like this stitch much. We're gonna make back post 2 high double crochet and front post double crochet. So I figured out how to make the stitch. Here we go. Turn your work, and for the first stitch we first make in this first stitch not a chain one, but we make how you call it in American, a single crochet, or in English a double crochet in the first stitch. So in this first stitch we're gonna chain turn our work, and in the first stitch we make a single crochet, double crochet in English, in our first stitch. So that's one. Then we crochet 3 chains above, and the third chain I make a little bit loose so I can make a stitch marker, and it's the back row of our work, the back end. This is the front and this is the back of our crochet work. So I use my pinky stitch marker to know that I'm in the back of my crochet work. And it's important for the waffle stitch hereafter that we know what is front and what is back. So that's why I used 2 different colors. For the front I used blue, and for the back I used my pinky stitch marker. Now we're gonna make our front post 2 high double crochet and our back post 2 high double crochet, and it's a little bit different than you are used to, so watch closely. I will say it very slow so you can see what I'm doing. Yarn over. We make our single crochet, double crochet in the first stitch. Above that we make a chain of 3. In the first chain we only use the left the left thread to insert our hook and connect the first stitch with the second stitch. So only the left thread of the first chain from 3. We pull the yarn through and put it on our hook is 3. Yarn over. And we're gonna use these stitches, these one, and insert the hook around the first double crochet, treble crochet, and the second double crochet, treble crochet. And I used the American and English names. We call it stokje, and in American it's double crochet, and in English it's treble crochet. So we're gonna use these 2 because we have 1, 2 double crochet, treble crochets on each other, and we're gonna use these to make our front post 2 high double crochet. So there we go. You have yarned over, you have 4 on your hook. We're gonna use this first double crochet, treble crochet to put the hook in front, and around that first double crochet, treble crochet, pull the yarn around that double crochet, treble crochet, and put it on your hook. Now you have 5 on your hook. Yarn over, and again on the second, I call it stitch because when I always say double crochet, treble crochet, it become difficult. So I call this double crochet, treble crochet a stitch. Okay, so we're gonna put the hook on the second stitch, around that second stitch, pull it up, pull the yarn under this stitch, under this double crochet, treble crochet, and now you have 7 stitches on your hook. You must have 7 because we must yarn over 6 times through 2 loops. So there we go, yarn over through 2 loops 1, yarn over through 2 loops 2, yarn over 3, yarn over 4, yarn over 5, yarn over 6. So you have your front post 2 high double crochet. Now I'm explain that you must insert your hook on the back side around this, and you call it in American double crochet, in England treble crochet, and I'm call it around this stitch, because when I say all these terms after each other, it's gonna be confusing. So now I'm call it's around the stitch, around here, around the double crochet or treble crochet is 1, and around the second double crochet treble crochet is 2. So now I'm going to show you how to make a back post 2 high double crochet. Yarn over. Here you see the connection between the first stitch and the second stitch, and in this one there is also a left thread, and we only going to use that left thread. To insert the hook on the left thread, pull the yarn through is 3. Yarn over, and now we're going to make a back post 2 high double crochet, and it's look like this. Insert your hook around the first stitch and pull the yarn around that stitch. I see a hair, so I'm gonna remove it. Yarn over, and again for the second time you see here your second stitch. Pull the yarn through around that stitch, pull the yarn through and put that yarn around your hook. My yarn is not working with me, so around that stitch, pull the yarn through around that stitch, and you have 7 on your hook. Pull the yarn through 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now you have your back post 2 high double crochet. Important to know is that you yarn over, make your stitch, yarn over, make your stitch, yarn over, make your stitch, and that's how you come to 7. When you have 6, probably you forgot to yarn over, pull the yarn through this stitch, yarn over, and we're going to make a front post 2 high double crochet. So you're going to insert your hook on the front side around the stitch, pull the yarn around that stitch to pull it up to the front, yarn over again, put your hook around the second stitch and pull the yarn through, and now you have 7 on your hook. And we're gonna make our front post stitch to pull the yarn through 2 6 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And you have your front post 2 high double crochet. And the difference is with other stitches, it's all connected on the upper side. You see here you have your front post, but here the one is connected with the other, and here is connected with the other. And every time you see the connection, there's always that left thread you're gonna use to pull the yarn through. I love this stitch very much. Yarn over, pull your yarn through the left thread, yarn over. We're going to make a back post 2 high double crochet. So when you see your stitch, you're going to see here 1 and 2, and you insert your hook in these holes around the stitches so you can make your back post. We're going on the back, we're going to insert the hook on the other side around the stitch, push it backwards, pull the yarn through and put it on your hook. Yarn over again with the second stitch, put your hook on around the stitch, pull the yarn through and put it on your hook. Now you have 7 on your hook, and that's correct because we're gonna put the yarn 6 times through 2. So 1 times through 2, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now you have front post and back post stitches next to each other. Beautiful, isn't it? Again, yarn over, pull the yarn through the left thread, yarn over, and we're going to make our front post stitches. So we insert the hook in the front of our work around the stitch, pull the yarn around that stitch and put it on your hook is 5. Yarn over, again, put your hook on front around the stitch, pull the yarn around the stitch, and then we're gonna make our front post stitch by pulling the yarn through 2 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For the front post 2 high double crochet and the back post 2 high double crochet, you're gonna need always 6 times pull the yarn through 2. So that's what you can remember when you make the waffle stitch lately. The normal 2 high double crochet is 4. The front post the front post 2 high double crochet is 6. So you always must have 6 times pull the yarn through 2. Again, yarn over, only the left one. This is connected, so there's the left one, the left thread. Pull the yarn through that left one and put it on your hook is 3. Yarn over, we're gonna make a back post 2 high double crochet, so insert the hook on the other side, on the back side, around the stitch, pull the yarn around the stitch and put it on your hook is 5. Yarn over, put your hook on the back side around the stitch, pull the yarn through and you have 7. And now pull the yarn through 2 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And finish all your work on your own when you know the stitch. When you don't know, we're gonna make the other stitches. Yarn over, I make one around the left thread of the stitch. Then we make our front post, so we insert the hook around the stitch 1 time, we insert the hook on the front 2nd time, and we make our front post 2 high double crochet by making 6 times our loop to 2. Yarn over, pull the loop through 1 thread and back post double crochet, 2 high double crochet, so insert the hook on the back side around the stitch 1 time, on the back side around the stitch the 2nd time, and I am in war with my yarn, and then 6 times through 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Yarn over, only the left thread, pull the yarn through, front post stitch, dus we make the insert the hook on the front side around the stitch 1, on the front side around the stitch 2, and pull the yarn through 2 6 times. 3, 4, 5 and 6. Yarn over, make your 3rd chain. On the back side, insert your hook around the stitch once, yarn over, around the stitch for the 2nd time, and we have 7 on our hook, and make our 6 times pull through. Yarn over, only the left one, pull the yarn through is 3. We make our front post, so in the front I go around the stitch once, I go around the stitch for the 2nd time, have 7 on my hook and make our front post stitch. Yarn over, only 1, insert the hook, and that's 3. We make our back post, so yarn over, on the back around the stitch once, on the back around the stitch for the 2nd time. We have 7 on our hook, and pull the yarn through 2 6 times. 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Yarn over, only the left one I pull through. Make a front post stitch, so insert the hook on the front of your work 1 time, 2 times, and I insert the hook 6 times around 2, through 2 eigenlijk. And 4, 5 and 6. For our last stitch we're gonna make a normal 2 high double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook on the third on the left thread is 3, yarn over, take your stitch marker or your stitch on the hook, and under 2 loops you're gonna pull the yarn through and make a normal 2 high double crochet is pull the loop through 2 4 times. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this is how we make the front post and back post 2 high double crochet.